So can you tell us what you found, what time you found it, and just the circumstances surrounding what's going on right now?
Well, as you all know, this started this weekend, and Monday morning we came together as a task force, been meeting regular, a joint effort between all the agencies working to find Miss Gunn. Today at 3:19, deputies and members of the task force were out riding because of the weather. We couldn't get the helicopter up, so they were just riding, looking. We had an idea of the bushes and sticks that were in the front of the grill of her car. So the deputies were kind of looking for those areas. The area he found her at, he saw something similar, a little roadway going down into the woods. Rode down in till the car wouldn't go anymore because of the rain. About 150 yards off the roadway, he found the piece of the car, part of the car piece that we've been looking for. Found Miss Gunn laying very close to part of that front bumper.
How long do you suspect she had been there?
We don't have a clue. You know, we're going to turn the body over to the GBI Crime Lab. You know, they have still got to verify that this is who we think it is, but you know, at this time it hasn't been confirmed.
Has the cause of death been determined yet?
No, sir. Now, the crime scene folks, you know, when you find something like this, you back off. You call in the expert crime scene folks, and, you know, they have a very slow process because we want to get it right the first time. So the body hadn't been touched at this point that I know.
Are you considering it a homicide?
At this point, we don't have a clue.
How did you know to come out here and search this area?
Like I say, they've been riding for 2 days, going down every trail, every roadway they could get a car in, a truck in. Just like I said earlier, no stone left unturned, so basically just pot luck.
And there was a $5,000 reward announced only a couple hours ago. Did somebody call in a tip in response to that?
No, sir. It was one of our deputies just doing what we asked him to do this morning, get out and beat the bushes, and he walked up on it.
No, we understand that you guys have been in contact with her father. Can you tell us how he's doing?
Like any father, I mean, Mr. Gunn, this is a good family that's lost a daughter.
Now, yesterday, you did question and then re-question Gunn's boyfriend. Did you learn new information that you're able to share with us about that interview?
No, ma'am. And we currently have the boyfriend again, interviewing him for a third time.
But you don't have any suspects at this time?
No, ma'am.
I just want to be clear, you said you're not calling it a homicide at this point, still a death investigation, sending the body to the crime lab, working through the process. Were there any visible indications of any foul play on the body when you found her?
Well, like I say, we didn't touch the body. I mean,
but you saw her probably.
The body was partially covered, so at that point we back off and call in the experts.
Did it appear to be partially covered as if someone tried to hide it?
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you said you had no suspects that you can name. Do you have any persons of interest?
I think it's pretty common sense who our person of interest is.
Can you say it
And
though
who
out
is
loud?
that?
It's the boyfriend. We've talked to him 3 times.
Anything suspicious with what he's telling you? Why keep bringing him back in?
Has his story changed since the first interview?
We can't tell you. I mean, that's part of the investigative process.
Still not enough to arrest though, obviously.
Not at this point.
A lot was made about the damage to the car and the bumper that was missing, and obviously that was a key. Obviously, y'all wanted to find that, right? And
yes.
I mean, it's got to be pretty interesting at least that you found it in such close
yeah.
proximity.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, can you elaborate on that a little bit? Or?
Well, I mean, we're not saying it's a homicide, but I mean, the car shows up in Fort Valley. It didn't get there by itself.
And
she couldn't have drove it there, so.
Can you kind of just describe one more time, because I know you answered her and said that it appeared as if somebody wanted to hide it. How exactly? Just kind of describe that for us.
Just limbs picked up from the area and laid up on the body.
Did it look like the body had been there for some time, or was it fairly recently left there?
I'm not an expert at that. I couldn't tell you.
At what point did the boyfriend become a person of interest? Was it right now or before?
I couldn't tell you.
Did you all find anything in his car when it was towed yesterday?
No, ma'am.
And no information on the bumper or anything? You just found her body here, correct?
And part of the bumper. There's still part of it missing, but part of the bumper we think belongs to the Chevrolet Cruze. Now, there again, we've got to take that to a body shop, and they've got to tell us, yes, this is the front bumper or part of the front bumper of a Chevrolet Cruze.
Was the missing cell phone, Anitra Gunn's cell phone, found on her body?
Not that I'm aware of, no, sir.
So
Like I
that's-
say, we hadn't touched the body, so we're still missing the cell phone.
And was her wallet in her car? Have I heard that?
Fort Valley processed the car initially, so I'm can't tell you.
Anything else we should know about the situation? What's next?
You know, this investigation's ongoing. They'll complete this crime scene today, hopefully. We might come back out tomorrow and do some more footwork, but I mean, we're still working to solve this.